Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how I achieved this partial purple hair wig. So I'm going to start off by using this hair by Saga. This is the Naked Brazilian Virgin Remy hair, and the texture is called Loose Deep, and it comes in 7 pieces, and the lengths range from 18 to 22 inches. And I'm also going to be using a color, and I'm going to be using the color purple in the same texture, but I'm going to be using one bundle of this, and this is in 18 inches. So we're going to start off by showing you how I construct this wig. Now typically when I start all of my wigs, I always take my needle and I go underneath the cap. That's because I don't want to have the knot showing. And then I'm going to sew my first weft as close to the end of the cap as possible. Also for this wig, I'm not going to be using a dome cap that has a lot of elastic around the hairline, only because I don't want to have a lot of bulk, and I want my cap to be able to move a little bit so that if I decide I wanted to sew it down or add wig clips to my unit, I can do that. Now when I get to the end of my weft, typically I like to secure it, and I do that by taking the thread and going around my needle 3 to 4 times, and this makes sure that your knots are very secure and they won't lift up. And then I just cut the excess thread, make maybe 1 or 2 more knots, and then that's it. Now because this weft was double, you see I have a little bit of excess hair. I'm just going to flip that right back over, and I'm going to sew that down as close to the last weft as possible. And then going into my next bundle of hair, I'm going to keep that also doubled, and I'm going to go around in the same manner, and I'm just going to sew around the crown of the head from ear to ear. Now when I sew my wigs, I like to do my stitchings about a ½ inch apart, and then once I get closer to the top of my wig, I make my stitches very close together. Now if you're working with a dome cap that is too large, you can definitely make your stitches close together, and that will help to tighten the wig. But if you have a dome cap that might be a little bit smaller, I would suggest to space out your stitching so that you don't tighten the wig up as you go. So next we're going to move on to our purple bundle. We're going to be using, again, the length is 18 inches, and I'm just showing you how your wig should look at this point. This part is pretty much optional, but this is how I decided to lay my wefts for this wig. So I'm going to go and add my purple hair, and I'm going to go from ear to ear. And I'm going to be sewing my purple wefts in a horseshoe shape. And then I'm also going to be alternating in between one purple weft and then another black weft, all the way until I get to the top. And this next step is going to be very important to making sure that your wig comes out seamless. So here we go. So the most important step is making sure that your wefts start extremely close to the top of that cap. You don't want any of the cap to show. And also I'm going to start to sew very close together, so I don't want any spaces in between any of my wefts. And because I want to create a lot of height and volume, I'm not going to be cutting any of my wefts. I'm going to be doing the fold over or the flip over method, and I'm going to do this until I close up this space. So at this point, I'm going to be going back and forth, and I'm just going to be sewing extremely close together. And again, this is going to give you that height that you're looking for so that you can fold your wefts over. So these next couple of steps are basically going back and forth. I'm just going to let you guys watch the video. If you guys have any questions, please leave those in the comment section. But again, we're doing a basic flip over method. I'm not cutting any of the wefts, and we are going to close up this section. Now, when making your partial wigs, you have to make sure that your wefts are not really thick. This hair was perfect because the wefts are really fine, and it makes it really easy for me to do the flip over method without having a lot of bulk. The tracks lay really, really flat. So this is the wig all done. As you can see, you cannot see the cap, and you are definitely able to flip their hair over without any weft showing. So let's go ahead and install the wig. So again, it is optional if you want to add clips or if you want to sew your wig down. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to toss my wig on, and I'm going to show you how you can style it. Now, I did decide to leave some of my hairline out. You don't have to leave your hairline on the sides out, but I just thought it would look a lot better for blending purposes. But you will need at least 2 inches on your forehead so that you don't see any of the wefts. So I'm just going to take my natural hair, and I'm going to use my Irresistible Me curling wand, and this is going to help me blend my natural hair with the natural wave of the hair extensions. Now, I don't want to really have curls. I want to have a wave. So as I wrap my hair around the curling wand, before the curls actually set, I'm going to pull them out. And this is going to help me loosen up the curl and give me a wave. Next, I'm going to go in with my ChimereNicole Beauty Edge Control. And I'm just going to apply that to my edges. And of course, we're going to brush that out and smooth it down. This hair was really soft and so easy to work with, and I really like the curl pattern. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial.